A random act of marketing is a knee-jerk reaction to some perceived opportunity or threat that doesn't tie back into any sort of real plan. Sales are down. Do you know what we need? A mascot, a new logo, one of those impossible to read airplane banners that you see flying over the beach. No, we don't need any of those things. What we need is a plan, a roadmap, and something measurable that we can achieve. The antidote to wasting your time and resources on random acts of marketing is defining a roadmap and then sticking to that roadmap no matter how alluring those random acts of marketing seem at the time. I'm going to take you through an easy to follow process that will help you to define your own plan and to avoid random acts of marketing. A lot of the content that's in this vlog and in the workshops that I do is based on a book that I highly recommend called Connect: How to Use Data and Experience Marketing to Create Lifetime Customers. There's a link to this book in the description, along with some other exercises that you can use to help you define your roadmap. In that book, the authors describe a compelling top-down framework that's actually usable in real life. At the tippity top, you have your company's guiding values. Your guiding value is the lofty, long-term mission that gets you out of bed in the morning. It's the theme music to your brand story. It sets the tone and the direction and serves as the foundation to achieve all of your business goals. Examples of guiding values are challenge the status quo, advance science, use data for good. Once you've defined it, you should take a look at your guiding value once a year just to validate that it's still an accurate reflection of why your company exists. This isn't something that typically changes much over time unless your company pivots in a completely different direction. Next in line are your strategic objectives. Strategic objectives are clear and practical drivers or motives that serve the interests of your company, your customers, or your partners. Examples of strategic objectives are grow revenue, understand the customer, and communicate with authenticity. Your strategic objectives are meant to be cross-functional, meaning that they span across the entire organization and encompass more than just marketing. They're the targets that you need to hit in order to live up to your guiding values. After you've defined your strategic objectives, you should take a look at them once every 6 months, and then you should rotate in new objectives as your products and services evolve. As a rule, you should limit the number of strategic objectives that you focus on to 2 or 3 at one time. Next up are your marketing objectives. Your marketing objectives are targets that serve one or more of the strategic goals. They're specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. They're narrowly focused in the marketing realm, so they relate to content creation, lead generation, and helping your clients throughout their customer journey. Each of these marketing objectives relate back to the more macro-level strategic objectives that we defined earlier. Said another way, it helps you look at the ways that you can achieve your organization's strategic objectives through a hyper-focused marketing lens. Some examples of marketing objectives are publish 3 high-quality pieces of original content per week from now until the end of the year. Collect complete registration data for all new customers from March onward. Increase newsletter subscriptions by 15%. It should be easy to evaluate whether you've hit your targets or by what percentage you missed the mark, because these are by definition quantifiable. You'll want to evaluate these once every 3 months and continue to build on top of your successes with fresh targets that are informed by your past performance. So lastly, you have your marketing activities. This is the level of the hierarchy where those sneaky random acts of marketing try to weasel their way into the fold. So pay attention to this part. Don't let those chaos muppets in. Marketing activities are individual touch points or actions that you execute in various channels that serve your marketing objectives. They're tactical, discrete actions that help propel you towards achieving your higher level goals. They can happen online or offline, so we're talking on your website, on social media, or at a conference. Example marketing activities are create and publish an online calculator for the do-it-yourself crowd to help them plan their next project. Answer a question in a public forum in our industry without pushing a sales agenda. Host an educational webinar on a topic of interest to our prospective buyers. This is the secret sauce right here. Random acts of marketing are not allowed to sneak into your life if you define and follow your roadmap. The problem that most companies have is that planning starts and stops at this marketing activity level. And these day-to-day brainstorms aren't compared against something tangible and measurable that lives above it in the hierarchy. You need to hold your marketing activities accountable to your goals. I'd love to get one of those flying banner things, but it just doesn't measurably move the ball forward towards our objective to better understand our customer. So we just can't focus on that right now. Not to the no, no, no. Depending on the complexity of your content and the types of campaigns that you're running, you should evaluate your marketing activities bi-weekly or monthly. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little meta here and bring it home with an example from my personal use case with this vlog series for Pulse and with this specific video. At Pulse, our guiding value is to empower people to use data for good. One of our strategic objectives is to educate marketers specifically to help them better use the data that's available to them. One of the marketing objectives is to encourage our customers to be more intentional when thinking about their own messaging, so they can deliver the right message to the right person at the right time and in the right channel. This vlog episode is a marketing activity that explains a framework that you can use right away to avoid random acts of marketing and thus be more intentional with your messaging. Once you start down this path, the products and services that we offer through Pulse.app will have more value to you because they help you to understand and better connect with your audience. So your audience wins because they get content that they actually want to consume. You win because you're authentically connecting with your customers, which will help you get closer to your strategic objectives. And we win because you consider becoming our customer because we can help you better understand your prospective clients. So if we really do this, we all win. Don't let your marketing activities get out of sync with your goals. Squash those random acts of marketing. If you found value in this vlog episode, please subscribe for more.